Alright, here we are in lesson 4, bubble 1. And we see we've got these new blocks. No stroke, meaning there's no outline around our rectangles. And then we have some additional numbers here. So again, this was the X, this was the Y. This is going to be the width, and this is going to be the height. So, they want us to change the numbers in the second rectangle to make the red rectangle longer. So here it is, our second one on line 6, it's red, and then here are our sizes. Location's 250 by 100, right there. And then we have our width of 100 and our height of 150. So we want it to go longer than our blue, so instead of 150, 250 will take it to right here. So let's check it out. It did it! Hooray! On to the next one. Alright, let's run it. Alright, write code that makes the orange ellipse behind the green one. So here's our green one. Now let's create our orange ellipse. Remember, if we want it on the bottom, we need to place it first. Orange. And now we'll add our ellipse. 200, 200. So that's going to be right here. And we'll check it out. Alright, clearly, it's not good. The width is 400 and the height is 400. So we need to cut the width down so that it's not a perfect circle. So let's check it out. Let's try 200 and see what it looks like. Not perfect. Let's go add 50 more. Reset it. There we go. That's pretty good. Alright. On to the next one. Run it. Sometimes you want to fill the entire screen with a color. For that, you use background. It covers everything on the screen with one color. Run the code to see background work. Here's our background code. Change the background from yellow to orange. So all we have to do is change it from yellow to orange. And run it again. And there it is. There's a purple square that is covered up by the background. Can you change the order of the code so you can see both the purple and the blue squares? For that, all we have to do is move background to the bottom. I think. And there it is. Alright, let's go ahead and run it. Okay, background will draw on top of everything already in your drawing, so it's important to think about your order of your code. Do this. Use background to make the black background behind the green circle. So we want it first, so let's go background, drop, change it to black, and let's see what happens. There it is. Good to go. Debug using 4 parameters. Here we go, run it. Alright, they want us to make this longer. So here's our grass. Here's our size. Starts at 0 and 300, which is right here. And then, remember, this is our width. This is our height. So let's change this to 400. Hit reset. And there we go. We got it. Doop-de-doo. Okay, debug, hidden shapes. Reveal the picture under the red circle. So this is a order issue. So let's go ahead and grab the red circle first. Put it on the bottom. And then let's get that size, put it at the bottom. Reset it, run it, and there we go. So again, this is all about the order. We want the red one down there first, and all the other ones stack on top. Missing shapes. We have nothing. When the code is run, nothing shows up. Debug the code so that an image shows up. Alright, this one is super annoying. So when we run it, there's nothing there. So we have to go to the grid and see, we've got our first black triangle, the biggest one right here, number 1. Alright, it's 300, 300, so that's the biggest black one. And we need to place it. So let's place it like right here at 50, 50. Right, because right now it's at 500, so it's off the board, right? Because the board only goes 400, 400, so it's all the way over here. So let's go 50, 50, hit reset, and run it. So now we have our bottom black rectangle. And now we need to find the one that goes on top of this, the white rectangle. So we want it to be over a little bit to the right and down a little bit. So instead of 50, 50, let's go 60, 60. Looks pretty good. And then now we have a pattern, right? We're going by tens. So 70, 70. 80, 80. 90, 90. And 100, 100. And hopefully this works. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Finish the scene. Be creative. Draw whatever you want. I'm not going to be that creative. I'm just going to make this a tree. So I'm going to show my grid. I'm going to put my circle like right here. So that is like X 200 by Y 100. So fill color green. And we'll make an ellipse. Let's check it out. Clearly that is not good. So let's make it smaller. 200, 200. Not bad. And let's move it up a little bit. And that was Y, right? So let's go 150. Reset it. Here we go. And if we want, we can make another one. Let's make this one 100, 200, 200, and see how it looks. that looks horrible. Because I should have used the X plane, not the Y plane. So let's go 250. Set. That's better. And then we'll drop one more in. And make this one 150. Set. Oh, I didn't change my attributes here. There we go. Now I'll drop this one, the center one right in the middle. There we go. That looks at least a little bit more like a tree. Maybe I can make these bigger. $250. $250. There we go. All right, good enough. Alright, now that the grass is working, let's add a cloud to the sky. Unfortunately, it looks funny. So this is a size and length issue. So let's find our cloud. So we have the width of 100, the height of 200. Instead, let's go width of 200, height of 100. That's it. And there it is. Good to go. New block, regular polygons. Okay. So now you've been drawing ellipses and triangles, but now there's a new block to help draw other shapes. Read the code that makes the current image. Use the regular polygon block to finish the code so it matches the picture to the right. Alright, so when we look at this, we've got our location, X and Y, then we have our sides, then we have our size. So sides, size. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this one up first. It's got 5 sides, and the location would be right around here. So what's that, 250 and 36? So let's grab our polygon. And the location was 250 by like 38. So 250, 38, or 35, whatever. 5 sides and 50. Set and run. Clearly, this needs to be down more. Alright, let's try 75. That's better. Alright, let's put in our other polygon. Now let's go 300. 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided. That needs to go way over. There it is. Alright. Alright, our code's looking kind of sloppy, right? We have our first row here, and we've got these first 2 items, and then we've got these ones down here. So let's go ahead and move these together. And actually, when you look at it, now you can see the pattern, right? 50, 150, 250, 350, and these are all 75s. and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and then all size 50. So the next pattern group is going to be this one on line 5. So let's go ahead and drop one in. And we have our X on this one at 50, which is like right here, by 175. So the next one should be 150 by 175. And again, I'm just doing the pattern, the same kind of pattern here. And then how many sides was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagon. So there's 8. And then there's 50. Hopefully this is right. It is. So now we have our pattern. Grab the next one, drop it in. 50, 150, 250. Again, the pattern stays at 175. And this one probably has 9 sides, I would guess, because of the pattern, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stays at 50. We're set. Looks good. Drop our next one in. We see the pattern: 50, 150, 250, 350, 175, 10, 50, set. There it is. Now we have our final group. Drop it in. 50, 275, 1150. So this one should be 150, right? Because this is at 50. And you see all our patterns go 50, 150, 250, 350. So 50, 150, 275, 275, 12 sides, and the size of 50. Looks good. Drop our next one in. 50, 150, 250. Following the pattern, these stay at 275. Then we have a 13 side, and 50. And then our last one, 350, right? I'm just following the pattern. 275, 14, 50. We did it. New block shape. As of now, we've been drawing ellipses and rectangles, but now there's a new block shape to help us draw other shapes. Read the code that makes this picture. Use the shape block to finish the code so it matches the picture. Alright, so let's check our grid. Here's our shape. So, the first coordinate, x1, y1. We're going to put it up here, right, because we're going to make this green. So that's 0, 0, 0, 0. Now our second coordinate, x2, y2, would be right here. 200, 200, 200, 200, and then our last coordinate would be 0 and 400. So 0 and 400, and we have to add the color. So let's go ahead and grab the veil color. And instead of yellow, it's supposed to be green. And hopefully this works. It does. It's good. So now we'll do the same thing. Fill color. Really fast, let me show you a cheater way to do this. You could just drop in the background and change it to yellow. But that's not how you're supposed to do it. I'm just showing you that it's possible. Alright, let's go. Let's go honestly now. Fill color, yellow. And then let's grab our shape. And we'll start at 200, 200. And then we'll go 400, 0. 400 and 0. And then the bottom is 400, 400. So that's good. Reset. And we get the same shape. Looks good. New block line. Learn how to draw lines. As of now, we've just been drawing ellipses and rectangles. But now there's a new block to help you draw lines. Read the code that makes this picture. Use the line block to finish the code so it matches the picture. It only uses straight lines. So, when we look at this, we see a simple pattern. Right? It goes up by 50 here, goes up by 50 here, and it all stays at 400. So let's show our grid. Alright, it looks like the first line goes from 0 to, what is that like? 450. So we'll grab our first line, and it starts at 0, 0, and then goes to 450. So there's 400, there's 50. Reset. Alright, so we have our first line here. Now our second line goes to 50 and shoots down to like 100. So 0 and 50. Zero and 50, and then it comes down again to 100, so 400 across and 100 down. Hit reset. Oh, that's not at 50. Add them backwards. 50 and 0. There we go. That's much better. Alright, so now we have our pattern. Let's drop the next one in. $100 stays at 0, stays at 400, and this one goes 150. And then reset and run. Alright, now we've got our pattern good. Let's do it. 150, zeros, 400s, and then 200s. And then let's go add some more. 200, zeros, 400s, 250. And then drop another one in there. 250, zeros, 400s, 300. Zeros, 400, 350. And then this should be our last one. 350, 0, 400, 400. Let's check it out. And there we go. We got it. So again, it's just all a matter of recognizing the pattern. 50, 100, right? They all go up by 50s here. They go up by 50s here. Same as these ones. Okay, new block, arc. It's just like an ellipse, but it has two other parameters. So let's run it and check it out. Alright, arc 1, location 5100. So over 50, down 50, 100. So the arc starts here. It's 100 wide, 100 tall, and it starts at 0 and goes all the way to 360. So it goes this way and then wraps all the way around. And then we have our second one. That's at 200, 100, right? So 50, 100, 50, 200, 100, 50, 100. So it starts here. Again, the size is 100, 100. So that's this. Starts at 0 and goes all the way to 300, right? So that extra 60 is right here. Then we have our green one. It's at 350, 100, so it starts right here. Size is again 100, 100. The fill is green. And instead of starting at 0, which would be this, it starts at 90, which is right here. So it starts at 90, goes all the way to 180, and leaves this pizza slice type arc. Then we have some with no fill, so nothing's in there. That's why they're just blank and just lines. And the first one starts at 50, 200, 50, 50, 100, 50, 200. So right here, again, it's 100, 100 size, and starts at 0, so that'd be right here, and goes all the way to 180, right? So 0 is this one. It starts right here. That's 90, and then another 90, 180. And there it is. So let's go ahead and play around with the arc block. So let's make some arcs. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and grab an arc, drop it in, and I'll put this arc at 100, 300. So 100, 300, and it's already set to 800, 800. That's going to be way too big. So I'll change that to 100 by 100. And right now it's set generically from 0 to 90. So it should just be right here. Let's see if it happens. There it is. Oh, okay, check it out. There's no fill in here. And the reason for that is on line 5, we have no fill, right? So everything in this group is going to have no fill. So if I want to, I can drop in a yellow or whatever color I want, and it'll fill this yellow. Hit reset, run it, and there it is. And that's it. Alright. Do. Make a shape scene. Alright, let's make a shape scene. Dry scene using the scenes below for inspiration. Well, I'm inspired. I'm real inspired. Alright, run it. Wait, start over. Okay, we've got a green circle here. Ellipse. Let's go ahead and start making make a face. Show grid. Let's do a polygon right here. So what is that? X 200, Y 100. X 200, Y 100. Let's see what we have. Let's make it a triangle. And let's place it behind the ellipse. Actually, let's make it red. Let's make this pink. Not link, pink. Alright. Now let's go ahead and create an arc from here to here. So let's go no, let's make it easy. Let's just drop a rectangle in there. Alright, we'll start the rectangle at 150 by 250. By 250. Get your sets. And that's way too large. So let's go ahead and make it smaller. Let's go 100 by 100. Hit reset. Check it out. It's a little bit long, so let's try 25. Reset. There we go. And let's add a fill color of red. Reset. Alright, now let's go ahead and, you know what, let's make this yellow. There we go. And let's go ahead and create a triangle for the nose. So that would be polygon. And we'll drop it in right here. So that's 200 by 200. 200 by 200, and that's a 3-sided, and instead of 50, let's make it smaller. Let's go 25. That's it. Ooh, it's red, right, because we have our fill color red. So let's go ahead and make that pink. Or no fill. Let's go no fill. There we go. And now let's make some eyes. Point. Oh, let's fill color first. Black. And now we'll drop our points in. Okay, we'll put a point right here. Is that like 165 by 165? There it is, very small. We've got to add a bigger stroke to it. Or not stroke color, but stroke weight. Set. Still needs to be bigger. Let's try 5. Reset. There we go. And then let's do one more here. What is that? 232 by 165? .232 by 165. Reset. Run it. There we go. We have our joyous, happy little face. And there it is.